Hey guys, so welcome to my channel. These are what my nails are currently looking like. I did my other hand first because it's my harder hand to do. And so, yeah, my lighting, oh my god, it's so bad. Let me turn down the lighting because you can barely see anything. Okay, that made it so much better, but like, tell me why my lighting is so good, like for doing my nails, but then it looks so bad, like on camera. I don't know why. It's just like too bright, I guess. So it's like a good and a bad thing, and then I'm just using my phone. So I'm just gonna be doing some prep. So I'm just gonna be cutting my nails and then just filing the free edge and making sure like no harsh edges. Okay, so after that, I'm just putting out the drill. I'm just lightly, like, kind of like buffing out the surface of my nail. I have my setting on a really low setting, and you can also just use a nail file if you don't have a drill for this. And I'm just kind of working on my cuticles, and I'm just going to also be cutting my cuticles, pushing back my cuticles, and just doing all the prep. And then later on, I'm going to be using rubbing alcohol as a dehydrator, and then I'm going to be using a Morbihan brand primer. Okay, so no more going with these Una Gela nails, but because I wanted to get like more of a squared look, especially for like the Frenchies kind of look, I'm trying to show like the difference, the size you really can't see, but those ones say long and they're a little bit bigger. The only thing I feel like these are more flimsy than the other ones. The other ones I definitely recommend because they've seen my nails like last like a long time to be honest. But these ones, I don't know. I have them done right now, so we'll see how long they last. And so yeah, it's already pre-edged inside, which if it's not, normally you use the drill to do that, but I just used some KDS nail glue and I sized my tips and I made sure to like make sure you file the cuticle to match your cuticle. Make sure it fits from side wall to side wall so it fits your nail type, because not every nail tip is going to be your exact size and you might have to like file it, and also makes it last longer. So what I'm doing with the nail drill is I'm just like lightly filing off the shine from the nail tips, and then I'm also making sure I'm getting really close to that cuticle, so like the cuticle area is so seamless because it can be lifting. That's why when nails lift, so you want to make sure your cuticle prep and just in general your prep is really good. Okay, so now I'm just going to be cutting my nail tips. All I am doing is just doing the little part where it has the number, and then I'm just going to go in with my file to make sure the edges are nice and shaped perfectly once I finish that. And then I'm going to also do the top, make sure it's as straight as possible. There was a crooked nail that I did. I forgot which finger it was. I think it was kind of like the middle finger, but honestly, it wasn't that bad. And then, yeah, just make sure you're getting that as shaped as possible, but don't spend too much time because you're going to be doing like putting product on it, and you can always file a little bit more. dust off like the nails, make sure you have some type of brush or something. All I'm doing is just I'm just buffing the nails to give it like a smooth like just base and like cover, so you can just put the gel polish right over. And these are what they're looking like. They're actually like pretty good. I wish you could see better but my quality anyways. And then this is just me showing the KDS nail glue that I used. So if you guys want it, I got it from Amazon. I feel like it's a really good nail glue. It's like the best nail glue I've used. And now right into just doing the bases of my nails. This is the base that I'm going to use for my ring finger, and I'm going to use for my pointer finger. For my pointer finger, I kind of regret this because you'll see later on I end up covering the whole nail with white and red. So I would recommend just painting the whole nail red or white, and then just so you don't have to do as much work as I did. Basically, I did like way too much work where I did not need to be doing all that. But yeah, so then I'm just curing that for like each time I do a coat, I'm only doing curing for 30 seconds. And making sure you're getting close to that cuticle. Make sure you don't forget the size of the nails. Sometimes people forget the size, including myself, but I did not this time, thank gosh. But yeah, so I'm just doing, I did about like 3 to 4 coats. I think I did 3, it just depends how like opaque you want it, or peg, one of those words. You guys know what I'm talking about. How you want it, but yeah, if you want it more sheer, do less. If you want it more like, then do more. And so I'm starting with this color too. I did it for the rest of my fingers, so the pinky, the thumb, and the middle finger. And this one, I only needed 2 coats. I remember this vividly because this one was a little bit more pigmented than the other ones. Okay, so these are the nails, the base of it at least. So now we're going to start into the nail art. The first one I'm going to be doing is my ring finger, and I'm going to be doing the snowflake. Honestly, the snowflake is like the easiest part because it doesn't have to be too perfect. But basically, you're going to be doing 5 dots for the snowflake. Just going up and down, just 5 dots. On the 3rd dot, so basically the middle, you can either do 1 dot to the left and right, or you can do 2 dots. I did 2 dots, and then diagonal from the top portion, diagonally left and right, you're going to be doing a dot or 2. I do 2 dots, and then the same thing on the bottom half, and then diagonally. It honestly sounds a little confusing, but it's really easy. And obviously you're doing 2 dots on each side, or you can do 1. That's it. But the main portion is you need 5 basically vertically. And then, yeah, horizontally, you should have either 2 dots to the left and right, or a dot. Again, I've been using 2. And you're going to lightly connect it with the brush. You really, like, when I mean light-handed, I never knew what people meant by light. But really, really light-handedly, you want to make sure you're, like, connecting those. And if you mess up or make too much of a thick line, it's okay because it's not that easy to redo. Obviously it's annoying to redo it, but it doesn't take that much effort. And then on top of that, like if the line is good but then you can't see the little dot portions, you can just re-go with the dotting tool and just remake those dots. I feel like what would make it easier too, that you can literally just do the lines first and then do the dots after if you want, to make it more detailed. Wherever you have like those dots, you just add 2 more little tiny lines coming out of the dot, and it'll make it like more detailed. Okay, so now I need to make more of that red. So I have like kind of, it's like, I thought it was a really deep red that I'm putting on right now, but it was like more of a deep red. And then I'm going with a little bit of black, and then I'm going with like a true red, literally it's like true red. And I'm just gonna mix that together to make more of my dark red. It still kind of has like that burgundy tone, but like I feel like you can't really tell. It looks a little bit more red than burgundy to me, but it does have like that burgundy tint, I can't lie. But yeah, so for the bow portion, you're just gonna do a vertical line all the way down, and then you're gonna do a horizontal line to the side, and kind of make it like meet the middle. Honestly, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can even have, it doesn't have to be perfectly down like the center. It can be more to the left, to more to the right, up to you. And then for the little bows, like literally, you just kind of from the center, you want to make kind of like a little line and then make a little loop. Kind of like, you know, when you tie your shoes and you make like that little bow. It's kind of like that. You're just doing a little loop on both sides. It takes, obviously, like some practice. I'm not going to say, oh, it was super easy to do. And there's my line, as you can see. But then after, you would do the little bows like I said, and then just to make the little squiggles of the actual bow, you would just kind of go again from the center and then try your best to do a little squiggle. I cured in between, especially when doing the lines, and I did the lines multiple times to make it more pigmented. So if you like doing that, make sure you do that, unless you want it to be more sheer. It just depends on how you want it. I like it more pigmented, so that's why I did that. And then later on, like I said, I'm going to be adding the gold to, like, everything. I don't do that till, like, literally later on when I realize, like, oh, like, I like how it looks like that. so I finished the bow and just put top coat. Now I'm starting with the spiral. So all I'm gonna do is like I'm doing the white first. So I'm just gonna go like kind of from like left to right and just kind of go up to make a little swirl. And every time I make that swirl, I'm curing just for a quick 5 seconds to make sure I don't mess up the lines. And then after I'm done with that, then I would do the red and do the exact same thing. And after the red, I think, either one more coat, like retracing it, or two. I believe I only do it once. So I just top coat and cured that for 60 seconds, and now I'm going to be doing the thumb and the pinky. I'm going to do my Frenchies. So the first thing, I like to do a little line, and then like I said, I want a really deep Frenchie, so I'm going to be going from like all the way inside and just kind of bringing that up into like a little like line, and then you can always fix the lines and re-add it, you know what I mean? So I'm just going very deep, and then you're kind of going like from down and then you go up. You can either start this like little curve already, or you can just do kind of a straight line. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect because you can go ahead and always fix it. Like you can see how it looks really bad right now, but right now and then I'm going in with like that color to just like fill in the rest. And the good thing with this, oh, that was a little bit too much, so I'm just gonna wipe that off and then just continue. But you can also hecka fix the shape with just the polish to make it like as French tip as possible to get it how you want. And then if you want it like perfect and precise, that's when you go in with your nail art brush. So either way, like I really like this because it's super like easy to do, because like I'm a perfectionist, so like if it's not to how I like it, I kind of get a little irritated. So again, like I said, I'm basically doing the exact same thing that I'm doing with my pinky, but yeah, so I'll just cure that and then do it like another time or two to make sure it's how I want it and make sure it's pigmented enough. So after I did that second coat, I buffed it and then I'm just going very more deep into the corners because I want it more pigmented because I felt like it was kind of being a little light compared to everything else. And then I'm just going to cure that real quick, and then once I cure that, I'm just going to go ahead and start the snowflakes. So it's the exact same thing that I told you about the dots and everything. But you're going to be able to see it way better compared to the other ones, and the lighting's a little bit better in this. So I'm going to let you go ahead and see what I mean. You're just doing those 5 dots going up to down, and again this one I'm doing it smaller, and then you do 2 dots to the side, and same thing with the other side, so like the left and right. And I'm also going to be doing the diagonal dots. So that's what I meant by that, if you didn't understand. I know that sounds really confusing, but then that's what it's going to look like. It looks pretty easy, just looks like a whole bunch of dots. You're going to very lightly go with your little brush and go up, and then you're going to do diagonal, and then you're going to just keep doing that until you get your lines. And then you're going to see there's like a few times where I will like mess up, but like you just have to keep going. Like, you can either take it all off or you can fix it. I would not recommend curing. You see how that looked just like a line, but the line itself looks good, like compared to that one. That one looks good too, but this is where you go into the dotting tool, and you're just going to make sure you kind of get the dots to kind of show up more if you want to show the dots. So you see I'm just putting in those dots. I'm going in the center too, even though I'm going to cover the center with like a little gold, but like, you know what, that's okay. And so again, yeah, you're just going to continue with those dots, and then the little dots, I feel like this is very convenient too if you want to do more of that detailed look, like I said. You're just going to use your little nail art brush, and then on the dot like you just kind of made, and you're going to make like the little I forgot what it's called, but more like the snowflake petals, I guess. So you'll see me do that right now in a second. You see that? I know it's very hard to see in person. It's way easier to actually see what I'm talking about versus like on camera, but I'm just doing that to all of them. And if you want to make like the lines even longer and everything, you can also do that. Again, like there's no like rules or anything. So that's what makes it, I feel like, even more like convenient and like even easier to do, is when you just like have it like the way you want it. It just makes it like way more better. Okay, once carrying that top coat with the glitter as well, I'm gonna go ahead and just do the same thing on my pinky, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do the French tip, and I'll be back once I finish the French tip. Okay, so once that French tip is done, I'm just gonna be going ahead and doing snowflakes. So I'm gonna be doing one right there, like the bottom right corner that you see me doing, and then I'm gonna be doing another like small one, like the top left. Okay, so I messed up, so I buffed it to make like it more smoother, and I'm just redoing the snowflakes the exact same placement that I said that I was going to do. Okay guys, so the video cut out, but literally all I did to my pinky was I added the snowflake on top here, and on all my nails, like you see the little gold here, so I did that. I did it to this finger right here, same with obviously the bow, and then I did it with these snowflakes too, one in the center there, and then these are basically the nails. That is it for today's video. I'm gonna have a short because, like, look at the difference. Like, you can't tell me this hand does not look worse than this one. So I'm gonna try to fix up the bow and the spiral to make it like this, and I'm also gonna add a little gold. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. Thank you so much. Last thing I did was added some cuticle oil, and yeah, that's actually it. Goodbye, guys.